you want to go first? You want me to go first?
No, you can go first. Jeffree Star, he just uploaded a video for the first time in a long time. Well, as we're recording this last night.
To address the Shane Dawson drama that we talked about in our last week's episode that is now live that you can check out on Spotify. And other platforms. We have a lot of platforms. Just go to our Instagram. They're all in our bio. Anyways.
Just devote your life to following us.
And only us. So, Jeffree, okay, I was in the middle of watching Pose because I'm obsessed with that show.
As one is.
And I was just scrolling through Twitter, I think it was. And I don't know. It was Twitter. And he posted his link. And I paused Pose and I went straight to YouTube and watched it. And you know what it gave me? And, you know, I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with the Jaclyn Hill lipstick scandal, but it gave me, remember how all of her quote unquote apology videos that she posted like 12 about her freaking lipstick scandal because everyone grilled her for every single video that she posted. It wasn't good enough. So she just kept posting and posting until we finally believed her. It felt very, Jeffree's video felt very scripted. It felt very like, I'm just doing this so y'all can get off my back type of thing. It felt very just this
angry.
Just like annoyed. Like, I can't believe I'm having to talk about this again. Why are we here? He defended Shane because he's his friend. But the way he was like, of course I don't agree with anything that he did. And it's just like, so like, okay, we get it. Anyways, I'm not impressed at all.
Yeah. I think. I was so annoyed by that video that I took notes last night on how annoyed I was because I knew we were going to bring it up today, and I was like, I think this is going to be my first rant on our podcast.
Here we go.
Because
buckle up.
It was a lot of nothing, in my opinion. So I noted that. So he spent a lot of time in this video scolding people for focusing on YouTube drama and talking about how people need to take accountability, but then actually didn't take accountability.
Right.
Like, he did that thing that people do when they want to sound like they're taking accountability. And so they ask themselves like easy questions and then answer them. Like, have I made mistakes? Absolutely. Do I have a dark past? 100%. Will I make mistakes again? You better believe it. And it's like, okay, you can say that about anyone, any person, and they'll answer with the same answers. I hate when people do that. He's not the first one to do that.
No.
I actually think Shane Dawson also did that in his last video. Anyway, so bottom line is it was worse than his previous apology video about racism when he apologized for using racist language but didn't actually apologize for being racist. So anyway, it was as bad as that in my opinion. The thing that got me the most, though, I'm going to be honest, was when he starts bringing up Black Lives Matter, which completely rubbed me the wrong way. And maybe I'm the only one, but it made me uncomfortable. And I get what he's trying to say. I mean, he's not wrong. We need to focus on the Black Lives Matter movement right now. That's reality. But in the context of a video where you're trying to address allegations, where, by the way, you're being accused of some pretty nasty stuff, including making anti-Semitic, racist, and prejudiced comments again by people that used to be your friends, or I don't know, and I think one of them used to work for you or something. I don't know the whole thing. There's videos online. But in the context of that type of video, it personally rubbed me the wrong way when he started talking about Black Lives Matter, because it made me feel like he was deflecting. It's like in the same video where you're dropping hints that you might be suing someone over the James Charles drama, you then pivot and scold your audience for not concentrating enough on BLM. What? Like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, and by the way, Jeffree Star, people aren't just going about their business like nothing is happening in the world. People are protesting and getting arrested. because he said that too. He said that we're all just walking around like nothing's happening and living our lives and not paying attention. And it's like, and then he went on to even list all of the inclusive things he's done with Jeffree Star Cosmetics and that he's been inclusive since the beginning. And it's like, okay, yes, inclusivity is good. That is true. But you know what else is true? The Black Lives Matter movement took off again this year because people were disgusted to see a Black man brutally murdered at the hands of the police. And knowing that 1,100 people die each year by the hands of police officers and that they're disproportionately Black, we have to ask ourselves here, what the fuck took us so long? Why did that take so long to get pissed off? And that's what gets me, is the mentality that some people have right now, including Jeffree Star in this video, is they think that they're not the problem. I'm inclusive. I've been inclusive since the beginning. I'm not the problem. We are all the problem. That's the point. Right now, today, racism is alive and well, unfortunately, and we all have to reconcile with that. We have to figure out our part in the system so that we can stop it. And it's like, if Jeffree Star doesn't think his words and actions don't stir hate, I mean, he's not paying fucking attention. And that's the stuff that wasn't addressed. He went around and round and round about nothing. And then he said, Shane Dawson is my friend, and I don't blame him for his past, or something like that. And it's like, okay, all right. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Well, and it kind of bothers me, and I agree with everything you just said, and it brings up this whole it's almost as if people are using the Black Lives Matter movement as an excuse to, like you said, to deflect from how they are and the problems that they're having, and they think that the problems that they're dealing with is so minor compared to the Black Lives Matter movement, when in reality they're feeding like you said, they're feeding the problem. Mm-hmm. The whole point of the Black Lives Matter movement, like Shane Dawson didn't just say controversial things. He was on film as blackface.
Yep.
Okay. One of the many reasons we're fighting right now with the Black Lives Matter movement, just that alone. And so for you to sit there and like, he's the reason why you're defending someone who is the reason why we are fighting what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you're not taking any accountability for it because it happened 10 years ago. Okay, cool. Yep. And just because it happened 10 years ago doesn't mean it's not relevant now. We are still fighting we are in a civil rights movement as we speak. So it is sure as shit still relevant to this day. So is still as shit going to be just as bad as it was 10 years ago.
Yep.
If not even worse now, because you're still talking about it. We're still talking about this even 10 years later. So you can't use the Black Lives Matter movement as just an excuse to still be a shitty person on the DL. You can't do that.
Exactly. And it was on the DL. All these accusations and allegations, this is all alleged, but the point is that he didn't address it. But all these alleged allegations, some of them have to do with racist comments again. Again, we're talking about racist, and I know one comment allegedly was anti-Semitic, and then he also talked about immigrants. I mean, come on, you're just hating everybody, like just down the line with hate, and it's like, but you don't address that, and that anyway. That's the problem that I had.
And then also, Shane Dawson has he was jerking off to a picture of 11-year-old Willow Smith. We're also in a sex trafficking crisis.
100%. We're not even talking about the other side of the horrible issue. Shane Dawson videos, which was the inappropriate child. Yeah, I don't even want to say it. That side of.
So you've got 2 major issues happening that are currently happening right now, like on both ends. Like, Black Lives Matter movement is still going on, and now we're uncovering a very dark world of sex trafficking with children and pedophilia and all this other crazy, insane stuff. It's all happening at once. It's all coming to the forefront really at once. Like, the lid is boiling over at this point. And so for you to post a fucking video where you're just vile. You just sound upset. You just sound annoyed that you're in this position again, and you're having to make this video again because you think your followers are too sensitive and, you know, they can't just take an apology, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. So, and I'm not even going to go over the fact that he ended that video too with shutting it down and promoting merchandise that he's going to be launching in a month or two.
Right.
So then we ended with that. Then we ended, and I'm not talking about it ever again, pretty much is what he said. And I have makeup coming out.
2020 is going to end with a bang because it started shitty. And it's like, oh, okay. And once again, I already did it. I already wanted to stop endorsing him. But now I really want to stop endorsing him. And I really just want to cut that cord. Like I can't. So then, and I always love when influencers are quiet and then they finally speak out and then they're back to living their normal lives. Like he posted that video and literally not an hour later, he had like 6 Instagram stories of his dogs. And it's like, you've been silent on social media for 3 weeks. You post one puny ass video and now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, okay, I can be myself again and post. And he posted on Twitter, hi, how are you? You know, what he does. And
I'm just kidding.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
I just don't follow all the YouTube drama. I'm sorry.
What?
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, like, I know, like on Twitter, like I know the stuff that's trending, but I just don't.
Cindy doesn't allow that kind of toxic energy into her life.
That negativity has no place.
She has to keep her aura clean,
her chakra,
and her third eye has to be clear.
I love it.
Cindy sages every night. She does not need this toxic energy in her life.
She does.
Once again, hi, I'm Esther.
I thought I was Esther. Oh no, I'm
You're
Ethel.
Ethel.
Oh my goodness.
We are pretty much Cindy's left and right brain cell. Her last left and right brain cell. Me and Ethel are Cindy's last left and right brain cell. That's what we are.
No, Cindy's got much more brain cells than us. We're just 2 of her toxic brain cells.
No.
Apparently.
That's it.
That's not it. That's not it.
I'm just kidding.
What else? Yeah, so the Jeffree Star, it was, well, and it's so funny too, because yesterday he posted the video, and of course I'm reading all the YouTube comments and it's so funny because it's like the majority of them are like, oh my God, Jeffree, I'm so glad you're back. We missed you. We love you, blah. And then there's other people that are like us that are like, once again, you said nothing. That was 10 minutes of you going around in circles. Oh, also buy my merch. Like everyone was kind of saying what we were. And then today I check and lo and behold, he turned off the comments. So it's interesting because it's like,
I'm telling you, he shut down the conversation. He shut it down. He ended that video with, I'm not talking about it ever. So don't expect anything. And buy my makeup, but not from Morphe because they no longer sell it. Am I right, guys?
But
am I right?
I thought
God, that was some shade.
It was, but
your umbrella's out again.
Umbrella. She popped it open.
Sorry, go ahead, Lauren.
But no, I was just gonna say he didn't address the Morphe thing, which I thought was funny because he's so real and so 100% and so honest. But you're not gonna you're have no fear showing the behind the scenes of making a makeup brand and a makeup launch, but you're not gonna fucking talk about your Morphe. You got fired, you got dropped. You're not gonna talk about that. Interesting, Mr. 100%. Anyways,
yeah, I agree.
So
anyway, but
I'm probably gonna unfollow him, from everything and just live my life.
That's just too much. That's too much drama. That's too much whatever. So I can't do that anymore. Unless Peter Mon talks about it, I'm not going to know about it.
Which I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I think he already uploaded a video. I have to watch it.
That was quick. It was quick turnaround.
But so that happened. I've been cutting my hair a lot. It's a little shroom. And yeah.
It's very cute.
That's it. That's what's been happening. What have y'all been doing this week?
It Nothing.
Lindsey just got a house.
Sorry, I had to yawn.
Oh
yeah,
my
I just
God.
got approved. Wow.
From the moment we started
God.
talking about it last weekend to now, she got approved, which I think is awesome. And it's like
Thanks,
down
squirrel.
the street from me, pretty much, which I love.
Yeah, squirrel. We wanted to pick a spot that was close to Familia.
So in true Cindy form, because she has to be better than everybody else without intentionally being better than everybody else. Get this shit, okay? Everybody, get this shit. So Lindsay's like, yeah, I got approved for our house. And we're like, oh, cool. When's the closing date? She's like, if everything goes well, August 13th. This broad's birthday is August 12th. So she's getting a brand new 2-story freaking house for her birthday. And she's what? How old are you turning? 24?
23.
Oh, 23? Oh, she's turning 23 and she's getting a 2-story house. Just, you know what? Whatever. You know what's happening at the end of September? I'm moving into my parents' house. So I am also getting a 2-story house. Okay, with my own bathroom. Thank you.
And 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this too, because this is like, I'm going to be honest, this is like the perfect situation. Lauren gets her old room back, same as she left it, pretty much. She gets to be the only child.
Yes.
So my parents will cater to her, because they're those type of people. They will cater to her. They will. Yeah, she's.
And side note, Lauren has never experienced this because she's the middle child. So this is all new.
Okay, well now you just made it sound like she deserves everything, all the good
handed
things.
compliment. that was. Thank you. Okay, Lindsay busted out her fucking canopy with the bar and the charcuterie board. Okay, Ashley, you can put your fucking umbrella up. We don't need it anymore. The canopy is here.
Listen,
But this time there's bottle service.
Good Lord.
I don't know. You took it as an insult, and I took it like the Cindy, like, no, she's never experienced this before. She deserves it, and made me sound like a dickhead for saying, no, Lauren's fine. She's going to be catered to and living her best life. And now I feel like an asshole.
No, I took it as like, it's okay,
Oh my
it's
God.
okay, peasant. You
I'm
can
taking
go back
that
with
comment.
It's okay, peasant.
Delete.
Don't worry.
You know what, Lindsay?
You'll be
You know
taken
what,
care
Lindsay?
of.
I was just saying you deserve it. Goodness.
Either way, you were wrong, Lindsay. So
I know.
I
was
guess
kidding.
so.
Both perspectives
kidding.
are valid.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
so yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah,
I guess,
perfect
yeah, I'm like,
situation.
okay, fine, I get to save some money and I probably won't have to buy my own groceries for a couple of months. But I mean, it's not like, well, it's not like I'd be doing anything anyway, so whatever. Anyways, Lindsay's getting a house for her birthday and, you know, suck it, okay?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Thanks, guys.
I've already invited myself over to watch movies
That's what she did.
right after she moves in.
Yeah.
With
Fine by
my
me.
mask and
Social distancing.
my 6 feet.
Oh, can we also talk about that really quickly? I just want to talk about how I have been seeing so many gatherings from people recently, and I'm just like, why are we still having parties and baby showers? And like, I saw 2 different people go to weddings, full-blown weddings. 2 people. And then this past weekend, someone had a baby shower and there was a whole big family get together. And then it was someone's birthday. And I'm just like, oh my God, you people. Y'all, I hate all of you. And it just makes me so mad because I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah.
Anyways.
I agree. That's why we're not flattening the curve. Right, Lindsay?
Yeah, no, really. And don't even get me started on the COVID information not being sent to the CDC anymore.
Oh my God. That is so. When I read that, I thought I was in just like an alternate universe. I can't believe. I feel like that should be illegal. That should be.
Yeah.
You should
No,
not
for
be
real.
allowed to do negligence. You are But at this point, they don't give a shit, because if you think about it, they technically murdered all of these Americans that have died because they have no intention of slowing down. Don't get me started about the school thing. I'm not even.
Oh yeah,
I'm
don't
not
get me
even
started
a
about
teacher.
that either.
I'm not even a part of the education system, and I am just beyond words about what they're trying to do with the school year and open schools completely, as if none of this is happening. And it's, I feel like we are literally in Twilight Zone, and the people that are ruling the world just have no, I can't even put it into words. It blows my mind.
The fact of the matter and the reality is that you either stop life as you know it right now and try to, and we need to rearrange some things and try to figure it out and work best around the pandemic, or we go back to normal and thousands, if not millions of people die. Okay, those are our two options. I don't have any kids. We don't have any kids, but that doesn't mean we don't have loved ones around that we want to protect. And I'm going to be honest, when I start meeting people and seeing people, and then I find out that you were with, or you went to a wedding, or you went to a baby shower, or you were that idiot family up in North Texas that 18 of them got COVID because they had like a surprise party or something. If I find out that you were, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be like, okay, I have an 80-year-old grandmother that I'd like to see eventually. Okay, I have diabetes. I got the flu once. I always tell the story, but I'm gonna tell it again. I got the flu one time a couple years back. It was horrible. It sucked. I was bedridden for like a few days. I had fever dreams for 2 days. Never had that before in my life. And actually, Bianca and I look back on it, and we pretty much agree that I should have gone to the hospital probably with the symptoms that I was having, high fever and everything. But I waited it out, and eventually it did get better after a week. But that was horrible. Okay, I don't even want the flu. What makes you think I want COVID? What makes you think that that's what I want? And I think that's what I don't understand. And not that I don't understand, but I don't think that people understand. It's like, these are very hard choices we're all having to make here. All we're saying is, can you please make the one that doesn't end in possibly me or my family members dying? Can we just make that one?
Yeah.
Please, for right now.
Like, think about those parents that are wanting school to open because they can't be home with their kids, because they have to work full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Why are we even working to begin with? Like you said, we should just shut this down altogether. Everything. The government needs to help fund its people, because we have the money, apparently. If you can whip out a $2.2 trillion COVID plan at the beginning of this, where did you get that money? You know what I mean? Like, if you've got the money to take care of your people during this time, like the rest of the country did, and look, the rest of the country is able to go back to normal. The rest of the country is able to start doing things that they were doing pre-COVID. But no.
The rest of the world or the rest of the country?
Sorry, the world, not the country. The rest of the world.
Sorry, no, I'm just making sure.
But the rest of the world, they're able, because their governments were like, okay, we're going to stop this for a few months. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to suck, but the end result will be better. It's common sense.
Right.
I don't understand. I never realized how dumb. And then just goes back to the education system. Our education system fucking sucks because they're stupid. Look at this. Common sense. We can't even have common sense during a global pandemic.
Well, I also don't think that they're getting a lot of support.
They aren't.
From the government.
They aren't.
Well, they haven't in the past, but I feel like that's probably highlighted now. I don't know a lot because I haven't researched like the education system right now, but I feel like it's probably highlighted more now because, if you were already going off of limited funding, and then you shut down schools, I mean, I'm sure they're struggling. Like I'm sure that they are, but the bottom line is that we are completely putting money over the safety of our citizens. 100%. That's the bottom line. That's across the board. We are putting money and capitalism ahead of the safety of U.S. citizens. So these are not, I'll just say it again, these are not easy choices. I'm just asking you, as a person who, doesn't want to get sick or my family sick, please at least wear a mask and keep 6 feet. At least, if you can't stay home.
Yeah.
And anyway, so but I agree with you completely. It's tough.
Well, this whole thing is a catch-22. You know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So
it's tough. Yeah, because our government is not helping us.
No,
like there's no assistance.
I feel like they're doing everything in their power to not help us. Like the fact that Trump,
avoid it.
The fact that Trump was even saying he's going to cut funding even more if schools don't open. Like, bro, you're not even funding them to begin with, and now you're going to take more away. Like, just because we don't want to listen to you, like you sound like a brat. First of all, like you're throwing a tantrum, and
But you had enough money to send extra federal police officers or federal agents, I think is what they were, to Portland and make Oregon a police state. But you had enough money to do that and beat the shit out of protesters and stuff like they're doing in Portland right now.
Well, just the fact alone,
we had money for that.
Well, just the fact alone, we've been talking about police budget cuts these past month or so, and just knowing that the police billions with a B, they are being funded billions of dollars. I'm just like, holy shit. Why do we have student loans? Why is the education system so fucked? Why do we spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get into college and then not be guaranteed a job when we graduate? Why are people graduating from college?
I know, knowledge over here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like our priorities in the United States are clearly fucked because, and then look, we're kicking our own asses because look at what's happening. So I can't even put it into words. Because I just see all the stupidity going around because we are not an educated society, because look at where we're putting our money in. We're putting in our money into things like corporate, big corporations and the police and the government. You know what I mean? And we're not getting any of that back. We're not seeing any of that money. Our taxes that we pay, we're not seeing anything from that. Instead, we're getting corruption and we're getting fucked sideways, always, in every hole. I said it. And it's
not consensual.
It's not. Yeah, I sure shit don't want it. No means no. Yeah. Thank you very much. And we're, but to me, it's like, duh. Of course this is happening. Of course this is going on. Can we all see this now? Can we all see it clear as day what's happening? Can we all see that we need change because now we've hit rock bottom? And yeah, I'm sure it can get worse. I'm sure it can.
It's laid out pretty clear right now where the government and where the United States government's priorities are. That's laid out in front of you. If you choose to ignore it at this point, this isn't just like something that you watch on the news. And if you don't watch the news, you're not going to know. No. It's completely laid out in front of you what our government's priorities are. So if you're not seeing it, you're deliberately ignoring it because you see it. We all see it. So it's hard times. I'm going to call this our rant video, I think.
And, I'm sorry,
Lindsey, what do you got? I'm just kidding.
Right? You're next, Lindsey.
I saw a video the other day on YouTube, and the people in the video, they're Canadian. So they were talking about how they're on the third wave of, I think, reopening their government, or maybe it's the economy. I don't know, but they're on their third wave of reopening. So they're starting to open up movie theaters, I think, and restaurants, and I think like parks or playgrounds or something like that. So that's their third wave. And they're like, oh yeah, and we're doing good. Canada's doing good, stuff. The cases are going down. And I'm over here like in the state of Texas, like going, oh, okay. Cause
wouldn't know.
We're probably about to die. Like, I don't fucking know.
You're like, oh, so phase 3 was your restaurants and parks. Interesting. That was our phase 1. Yeah. Y'all are just now opening those? Oh, they've been open in the States for like 2 months already. Fabulous. That's fantastic.
Phase 1 was a straight up game restart. Like everybody go to the bars. Just straight up. yeah,
Yeah.
animalistic like behavior was our phase 1. Whatever. Anyway, the point is,
Canada's better.
that's it.
At this point, everywhere is better.
Lindsey,
Everywhere.
Mic drop.
Canada's that's Lindsey's rant. Canada's better. Mic drop. Aw, Linz.
I'm done.
That's it.
That's it. Anyways, that's my rant. I'm out of breath. I'm
I get
I'm
it.
like jumping around my room and pacing and sweating, and I'm disturbing Phoebe's nap. My bad. Anyways, someone else.
Lindsey, what do you got? What do you got to rant about?
Okay,
The
Cindy,
rant
now's the
episode.
time
I
to
don't
be
know,
positive.
I'm not-
Now's the time to be positive.
I'm not in a ranting mood. I don't know.
Oh, Cindy's never in a ranting mood. Cindy doesn't have this toxic energy in her life, so she doesn't have to let it out. She doesn't have to vent.
Not true.
Nah, Lindsay's just not vocal like we are about stuff like this. I feel like you agree, but you're not.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
vocal. Yeah.
Y'all kind of just cover all the points, though, so it's kind of just like,
Yeah.
y'all got it.
Lindsay is the epitome of a hype man. She's just like, yeah.
What they
Yeah.
said. What they said.
Yeah, you tell. Yes. Yeah. You know, you're right. Yeah. True. That's
Yeah,
Lindsay.
That's
I get it. Do you hear this?
I have no idea. I'm
I
not
hear
really
it. Do you
moving
hear
that
it? Do
much.
you hear it?
That's my shirt. Okay, I did it on purpose. That's my shirt.
Oh, God.
But my mic is away from my shirt, though. I'm not doing that.
Chihuahua. It's like trying to figure out. Good Lord. Anyways, okay.
Anyway,
I
we'll
can't
figure
wait
it
till
out.
we're together to do this. We're on the struggle bus right
my
now.
God.
It took us a full 5 minutes to get Lindsay logged into this shit.
Okay, listen
Okay,
though, like
this
I'm-
is podcasting in a pandemic. We're doing the best we can. God. Anyways,